China is a country of vast landscapes, rich culture, and fascinating history. From the Great Wall of China to the Terracotta Army, there are so many incredible places to visit in this beautiful country. In this video, we'll be exploring the top 33 places to visit in China. So whether you're planning a trip to China or just want to learn more about this amazing country, you're in the right place. The video is going to be exciting and valuable, so subscribe to our channel now and hit the bell icon for regular updates. Let's start. When people visit China, they usually have a few popular destinations in mind, such as the Great Wall and Forbidden City in Beijing, the Bund in Shanghai, or the Terracotta Warriors in Xi'an. However, China has much more to offer than just these famous sites. There are plenty of amazing tourist attractions in China, from ancient cities to forests, temples, rice fields that look like they've been designed by artists, sacred mountains, and stunning waterfalls. Many of these off-the-beaten-path destinations are popular with Chinese tourists, but less well-known to foreign visitors. With a good phrase book, a pot of patience, and a marvelous sense of humor, any traveler can explore these hidden gems and discover the true beauty of China. Now let's discuss all of them one by one. Number 33. Hangzhou's historic West Lake. The lake is located in the western suburbs of Hangzhou. The lake is surrounded by cloud-capped hills on 3 sides and the 4th by the city of Hangzhou. The beauty of the lake has been celebrated by writers and artists since the Tang Dynasty. The lake is divided into 5 parts by 3 causeways, and it comprises numerous temples, pagodas, pavilions, gardens, causeways, as well as artificial islands. The whole lake is a wonderful place to spend time. West Lake is an outstanding example of a cultural landscape that displays with great clarity the ideals of Chinese landscape aesthetics as expounded by writers and scholars in Tang and Song dynasties. The landscape of West Lake had a profound impact on the design of gardens, not only in China, but further afield, where lakes and causeways imitated the harmony and beauty of West Lake. Number 32. The Terracotta Army, Xi'an. The Terracotta Army is a collection of terracotta sculptures depicting the armies of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. It is a form of funerary art buried with the emperor in 210 to 209 BCE with the purpose of protecting him in his afterlife. The figures, dating from approximately the late 200s BCE, were discovered in 1974 by local farmers in Lintong County, outside Xi'an, Shaanxi, China. The figures vary in height according to their rank, the tallest being the generals. The figures include warriors, chariots, and horses. Estimates from 2007 were that the 3 pits containing the Terracotta Army hold more than 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots with 520 horses, and 150 cavalry horses, the majority of which remain in situ in the pits near Qin Shi Huang's mausoleum. If you're planning a trip to Xi'an, China, make sure to add the Terracotta Army to your itinerary. It is considered one of the greatest archaeological sites in the world and one of the greatest discoveries of the 20th century. Number 31. Imperial Palace, Beijing. The Imperial Palace in Beijing, also known as the Forbidden City, is a must-visit place in China. It was the home of 24 emperors of the Ming and Qing dynasties between 1368 and 1911. The palace complex is a masterpiece of traditional Chinese architecture and is one of the 5 most important palaces in the world. The grand halls and walls proudly display the essence and culmination of traditional Chinese architecture, fitting for the capital city of the world's largest nation. The palace is over 3 times larger than the Louvre Palace in France and has some of the largest and best-preserved ancient wooden structures in the world. Visitors can explore its vast courtyards, ornate halls, and exhibitions, giving them a chance to take a peek into China's imperial past. The Palace Museum in the Forbidden City is one of the world's largest cultural museums, hosting 14 million visitors per year. The palace is a perfect place to learn about Chinese history, art, and culture. Number 30. Xi'an City Wall. The Chinese built massive stone walls around their cities to defend them from invaders. Xi'an was no exception. Constructed over 8 years in the 1370s, the Xi'an City Wall was a symbol of the city's self-sustainability. That, in addition to Zhu Yuanzhang's propensity for reclusiveness, something he continued to display when he became the first emperor of the Ming dynasty. The Great Wall aside, The Xi'an City Wall is the best example in China. At almost 14 kilometers long, 12 meters high, and 12 meters thick, the wall was a literal mountain and provided Xi'an City with envious protection. Today, the wall is a popular tourist attraction and a great way to see the city from a different perspective. You can walk or cycle along the top of the wall and take in the stunning views of the city below. Number 29. Lijiang Old Town. Lijiang boasts 800 years of history and is located in northwest China. Once the capital of the Naxi Kingdom, the old town of Lijiang takes you right back to its heyday, with the bonus of an epic mountain backdrop. Like any good old town, Lijiang is flooded with romanticism, charm, and rich culture. The layout of the historic streets remains as it did hundreds of years ago, while its unique heritage places it in contrast with other historic towns around China. Under the rule of the Mu family, the town reflects the indigenous Naxi culture and architecture. You can see the best of these along narrow cobbled streets, in addition to the beautiful stone bridges that cross Lijiang's collection of elegant canals. The town is also home to many traditional Naxi houses, which are open to visitors and offer a glimpse into the daily life of the Naxi people. Number 28. Three Pagodas, Dali. The three pagodas are some of the oldest surviving structures in southern China and are a symbol of Dali. The oldest of the trio was constructed in the 800s. Rising out of the land like old-growth forests, the three pagodas hold a noticeable presence wherever you go in Dali. The tallest, Kangsan Pagoda, stands at 70 meters and features 16 tiers. The other two are 10 tiers rising to 42 meters. Although you can't go inside them, it's a blessing to be able to explore so close to such ancient monuments. Behind them is the beautiful Chongqing Temple, open to visitors. The temple is a great place to learn about the history of the three pagodas and the region. Number 27. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park is a place that seems otherworldly and utterly spiritual. The quartz sandstone has been weathered down by wind and rain over thousands of years. Where once a mountain range stood, today you'll see only towering pillars draped in lush forests. In the morning, the mist rises from the deep valley hundreds of meters below. The mix of sandstone and greenery creates a scenery that's hard to reconcile with. It doesn't seem earthly. No wonder it was a part of the inspiration for Avatar. The park is best explored on tour, with lifts taking you to incredible viewpoints. But nothing tops the Grand Canyon Glass Bridge, the tallest in the world. The bridge is a must-visit attraction for those who want to experience the thrill of walking on a glass-bottomed bridge that is suspended hundreds of meters above the ground. Number 26. Shilin Stone Forest. The Shilin Stone Forest is a natural wonder that is almost supernatural in its beauty. It is a vast spread of karst formations that you'd be forgiven for thinking it's man-made. However, it was created by a sequence of seismic events and ageless erosion of the limestone over 270 million years ago. Today, there are hundreds of enormous stalagmite pillars that form an endless maze to explore. But it's not just rock. You'll discover waterfalls, lakes, and even underground rivers that provide a gorgeous contrast to the epic, yet odd landscape. The site is a popular tourist attraction and a must-visit destination for anyone traveling to China. Number 25. Wudang Mountain. The Wudang Mountains, located in northwestern Hubei province, are the birthplace of Tai Chi and the most important Taoist mountains in China. They are also known for their scenic beauty, timeless culture, and eye-catching temples. Known as the original cradle of Tai Chi, Wudang Mountain is the natural representation of wisdom and the values behind Chinese shadowboxing. Human history here can be traced back to the 5th century BC. Today, there are 9 palaces, 8 temples, and a dozen pavilions. They lie in a mixed state of preservation. For some, they stand eternal. For others, they mark an example of Wudang Mountain's incredible timeline. The mountain range is a popular destination for tourists and a great place to learn about the history and culture of China. Number 24. Zhuozhuang. Zhuozhuang is a historic river town located along the southern section of the Yangtze River, less than 32 kilometers, 20 miles, from Suzhou in East China. The water flows by and under old-time townhouses and businesses as it has for over 1,000 years. The gorgeous mix of colored and whitewashed buildings makes Zhuozhuang a photographer's dream. In the early morning light, traditional vessels float up and down the river, and when the water sells, the mirror-like river reflects the splendor. Zhujiang is famous for its twin bridges, Shide and Yonggan, that are symbols of the town. A boat ride is a good way to see the city and explore its beauty. Number 23. Tiger Leaping Gorge. Straddling the border of Lijiang and Shangri-La, Tiger Leaping Gorge is one of the deepest gorges in the world, measuring almost 3,800 meters from its highest to lowest point. On either side of the gorge are two intoxicating mountains, Jade Dragon Snow and Haba Snow. Along with the gorge, carved by the monstrous white waters of the Jincha River, you'll be able to experience a wide breadth of landscapes. The best way to explore is on foot, so be prepared to break a sweat. The upper, middle, and lower gorge provide a range of intermediate to advanced treks, some over multiple days. The hikes are not to be taken lightly though. Even for those in good physical shape, it's a workout and can certainly wreck the knees. Accommodation along the way is in guest houses, so hikers won't need a tent. All of these bring you to insane viewpoints, and even down to the very bottom, making it a must-visit destination for adventure enthusiasts. Number 22. Mount Tai. Mount Tai, located in Shandong Province, is one of China's 5 sacred mountains. Climbing Taishan, Shan, is a mountain in Mandarin, was one of the first things a new emperor did. It's said that 72 emperors made the climb. They left behind great temples, inscribed tablets, and other cultural relics. Travelers with imperial leanings will want to climb the 6,000-step east route, as that's what the emperors did. Before the modern era, the tallest peak, Jade Emperor, was the center of Fengshan rituals for almost 2,000 years. Relics and ancient masterpieces can now be found around the 1,500 meters mountain. Significantly, you'll discover not just the influence of Chinese Fengshan sacrifices, but that of numerous countries and cultures, from the Khmer to the Turkish. Aside from the culture, you can explore the mountain and several temples. Get up there early, as the East Pavilion is a memorable spot to watch the sunrise. The mountain is a must-visit destination for those who want to experience the history and culture of China. Number 21. Suzhou Gardens and Canals. Suzhou is a picturesque city located on the Grand Canal, about 65 kilometers, 40 miles, from Shanghai. It is famous for its silks, the canals that run through the city, and its classical gardens with their fish ponds and rockeries. Suzhou encapsulates the difference this Chinese city evokes compared to giants such as Shanghai and Beijing. Whereas these cities are becoming vast, futuristic metropolises, Suzhou is sticking close to its heritage and culture. The traditional gardens are at first eye-catching, but upon further inspection, they're equally historic. Some even date back 1,000 years to the Song dynasty. Suzhou has about 80 classical gardens. The humble administrator's garden is among the most famous. A canal boat ride is a good way to experience the exquisiteness of Suzhou. The city is a must-visit destination for those who want to experience the history, culture, and natural beauty of China. Now let's move towards our next destination. Number 20. Mogao Caves. The Mogao Caves are a system of 492 rock-cut cells and sanctuaries near Dunhuan, in the desert landscape of Gansu Province. They were a former pilgrimage site along the famous Silk Road and have been a part of regional culture for well over 1,000 years. In the heart of the 4th century, the caves became a place of art and culture, something that would remain the case until the 1300s. You can still explore the incredible caves today, and despite the time that has passed, the artworks and scripture remain intact. The Mogao Caves are one of China's most revered archaeological sites and showcase the breadth of travelers and cultural backgrounds that found their way here along the Silk Road. The caves contain styles that can be traced through Central Asia, India, and as far as Persia. Number 19. Summer Palace. The Summer Palace is located in northwest Beijing and is one of the most captivating man-made landmarks in the country. The ancient Imperial playground is surrounded by thriving forests, creating a more rural feel than its location would suggest. Back in the day, the High Court would descend upon the aptly named Summer Palace to escape Beijing's summer heat during the hottest months of the year. The encompassing nature along with the cooling and coming lake made it the perfect place to get business done. Fast forward to today, and it's a beautiful public park. Some buildings have been transformed into museums and galleries, while the embellished grounds provide excellent views. The palace is a must-visit destination for those who want to experience the history, culture, and natural beauty of China. Number 18. Longji Terraces. The Longji Terraces are a sight to behold, constructed by hand over 500 years ago during the Ming Dynasty in Longshan. These rice terraces span like lush green footsteps up the mountainside. Each winding step curves around the ridgeline, forming an array of spectacular contour lines. From December to March, during the growing season, the terraces are flooded with irrigated water. It's a remarkable sight and one that is best appreciated on foot as you walk slowly around and up to even better views. The terraces are a popular tourist attraction and a must-visit destination for anyone traveling to China. Number 17. Yangtze River Cruise. The Yangtze River is the third longest river on Earth, spanning 6,387 kilometers. It's known as one of China's mother rivers as it nurtures humans and nature alike throughout this enormous country. Across such a lengthy body of water, there are bound to be some memorable landscapes. The best way to see more than just the odds and ends is to embark on a Yangtze River cruise. A cruise can help you discover the beauty of the three gorges of the Yangtze River. This is the most renowned section and marks an immense canyon that you'll never want to leave. The cruise is a must-visit destination for those who want to experience the natural beauty of China. Number 16. Reed Flute Cave. The Reed Flute Cave is a sprawling limestone cave located in Guilin, China. The cave is marked by the reef that is strewn across the entrance. Such was its majestic beauty that some believe it can be made into flutes. But that is just the beginning. The interior of the cave is a subterranean wonderland. Stalactites dangle from the ceiling in wondrous numbers, while stalagmites curve their way up from the cave floor. Lightning now illuminates the cave and showcases scripture that dates to the 8th century. The cave is a popular tourist attraction and a must-visit destination for anyone traveling to China. Number 15. Hanging Monastery of Hangshan. The Hanging Monastery of Hangshan is a temple built into a cliff near Mount Hang in Hunyuan County, Datong City, Shaanxi Province, China. The monastery celebrates all of Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism, making it one of a kind here in China. The Hanging Temple has a lengthy history, having been constructed towards the end of the 5th century. It remains well preserved over the last 1,500 years, in no small part due to its enshrining of three of China's most popular religions. But it's the architecture of the monastery, which clings on tight to the cliff face, that will have you in awe. Thanks to cantilevers, it protrudes from the wall, with its two sections connected by a bridge. The temple is a must-visit destination for those who want to experience the history, culture, and natural beauty of China. Number 14. Yungang Grottoes. The Yungang Grottoes are a system of 252 rock-cut cells and sanctuaries near Datong City, Shaanxi Province, China. Along the enormous wall, you'll be able to witness 50,000 stone statues that can be traced back to the 5th and 6th centuries. Each feature is more intricately detailed than the last, while the will of the old Northern Wei dynasty is reflected in the selected Buddhist scripture. The 5 caves created by Tan Yao are a classical masterpiece of the first peak of Chinese art, with a strict unity of layout and design. The grottos are a popular tourist attraction and a must-visit destination for anyone traveling to China. Number 13. Zhuozhegu. Zhuozhegu is a nature reserve and national park located in the north of Sichuan Province in southwestern China, one of the best public parks in China. Zhuozhegu is a stunning collection of snow-capped peaks, waterfalls, and emerald-hued lakes. As you approach the mountains of southern China, there's little warning of the fairyland that exists in Zhuozhegu, especially for the park's 100-plus lakes. Each is crystal clear and turquoise as the last. They're fed by pristine snailmelt with their connecting streams, creating spectacular waterfalls. The mountains, lakes, and rivers combine for an idyllic network of valleys whose scenery is immensely vivid. Come in the summer for the best hiking and blooming flowers, or wait for the snow and experience a winter wonderland. The park is a must-visit destination for those who want to experience the natural beauty of China. Number 12. West Lake, Hangzhou. Gardens, temples, and charming bridges are found around the gleaming waters of West Lake in Hangzhou. It's not a modern creation either, with West Lake inspiring residents and travelers since the 800s. It was then, as an ancient capital of China, Hangzhou cemented itself in the nation's timeline. Thousands of years of trade with neighboring communities and countries are shown in the artistry and romanticism that flows out of every inch of West Lake. In the early hours, locals practice Tai Chi and the mist rises from the valley up to the Wulin Mountains. Trails take you around the lake where weeping willows create vast reflections on the water below. Aside from walking, you can take a cruise to Little Paradise Island or head to the top of Leafing Pagoda for all-encompassing views. Number 11. Longmen Grottoes. South of Luoyang in Henan Province, the Longmen Grottoes is an ancient engineering masterpiece. Forget the four heads of Mount Rushmore. The Longmen Grottoes are home to an estimated 100,000 statues of Buddha and his followers. These are all carved into the cliffs and caves of Longmenshan and Zhejiangshan peaks and set along the rolling Yi River. Each creation varies significantly. Some are a cute 25-centimeter creation, others reach the lofty heights of 17 meters. They all vary in age. However, the bulk can be traced to periods between the 4th and 10th centuries. Now a UNESCO site, you can explore the grottos to learn about their creation and the various battles that have taken place here. Number 10. Pudong Skyline, Shanghai. Shanghai is a city of modernity and beauty, with a collection of skyscrapers that are some of the biggest on Earth. The best collection of towers is known as the Pudong Skyline, which is located in the Pudong district of Shanghai. The skyline is best seen from the Bund, where it is on display like an architectural buffet. Highlights include the Jinmao Tower, the Shanghai Tower, and the striking Oriental Pearl TV Tower. At night, the district combines to showcase an elaborate electric rainbow of lights, making it a must-visit destination for those who want to experience the modernity and beauty of China. The Pudong Skyline is a true wonder, and it's easy to see why it's one of the most popular tourist attractions in China. Whether you're interested in architecture and history, or just want to take in the stunning views, the Pudong Skyline is a must-visit destination that you won't want to miss. Number 9. Hani Terraces. The Hani Terraces are located on the southern slopes of Alao Mountain and have been used to grow rice crops for a millennium. Once just a rising mountain, over 2,500 meters above sea level, it's been carved painstakingly by hand. This has created hundreds of distinct terraces, all in varying stages of production. It's a fascinating mix of nature and humanity, one that leads to a kaleidoscopic landscape that is mesmerizing to witness. From above, the mix of colors and the lines that mark the banks look straight out of an abstract painting. Yet, the rice terraces are remarkably real. The best time to visit is from December to March, when irrigation floods the terraces. The terraces are a must-visit destination for those who want to experience the natural beauty of China. Number 8. Leshan Giant Buddha. The Leshan Giant Buddha is a 71-meter-tall stone statue, built between 713 and 803 during the Tang Dynasty. It is carved out of a cliff face of Cretaceous red-bed sandstones that lies at the confluence of the Min River and Dadu River in the southern part of Sichuan Province in China, near the city of Leshan. The stone sculpture faces Mount Yimei, with the rivers flowing below its feet. It is the largest and tallest stone Buddha statue in the world, and it is by far the tallest pre-modern statue in the world. It is over 4 kilometers, 2.5 miles, from the Wuyu Temple. The Mount Yimei Scenic Area, including Leshan Giant Buddha Scenic Area, has been listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1996. You can stand right at its feet or cruise by on the Min River to witness the opulence of this jaw-dropping creation. The Leshan Giant Buddha is a must-visit destination for those who want to experience the history, culture, and natural beauty of China. Number 7. Mount Guang. A part of the Huangshan mountain range, Mount Guang is found in the Anhui province in eastern China. The range translates to the Yellow Mountains and became a UNESCO World Heritage Site thanks to its pristine beauty. Your time here begins in Tangkusen, where you'll take a shuttle to either the western or eastern steppes. From there, you can embark on a range of hikes with changing difficulties. From the eastern steppes, there is a cable car to the summit. Whether you hike or ride the cable car, find a way to see the stunning Xihai Grand Canyon. This is a vast canyon mixed in with ethereal forests, hanging from the cliff's edge. For amazing views, add a trip to either Lubis Peak or Shixin Peak. Stick around for sunset to discover why Huangshan is known as the Yellow Mountains. Number 6. Lai River Cruise. Connecting Guilin to Yangshuo, the Lai River snakes its way softly through majestic landscapes. Ancient limestone karsts soar up to the sky ceiling. Each of them is unique and as craggy and beautiful as the last. With its breathtaking scenery and taste of a life far removed from the concrete metropolis, a cruise along the Lai River is one of the best things to do in China. You can make your way to Guilin, jump on a 4 to 5 hour cruise, and disembark at Yangshuo, where road transport is ready to take you back. Along the way, you'll see 80 kilometers worth of geography that has inspired authors and romantics alike. You'll feel the same once you gaze upon Elephant Trunk Hill and Mount of Unique Beauty. Number 5. Terracotta Army. There are no records of the creation of the Terracotta Army. It's as if the 8,000 terracotta soldiers guarding the tomb of Qin Shi Huang were meant to go undiscovered. But alas, they were found some 2,000 years later in 1974. It was then that locals sinking a well around 30 kilometers from Sinan made an incredible discovery. 50 years later, the army has become one of the most famous tourist attractions in China. An overhand shade the army, ensuring the preservation of a remarkable feat of art and engineering. Among the soldiers are over 500 horses and 100 chariots, each featuring the same painstaking detail as the last. The Terracotta Army lies within the Emperor's Mausoleum Site Park, where you can embark on an insightful guided tour. Number 4. Forbidden City. Surrounded by 3.5 kilometers of old fortress walls, China's Forbidden City marks the country's best collection of historic architecture. You can find the Forbidden City in the heart of Beijing. It's a place so rich in dynastic history, rituals, and, importantly, size that it's visited by over 16 million people every year. For over 6 centuries, the Forbidden City was at the forefront of the national conscience. It grew to be 900 buildings large, filled with some of China's most historic figures, plus an eccentric cast of advisors. This all changed in 1911, upon the fall of the Qing dynasty. It has transformed into an enormous piece of living history. Come and discover impressive feats of architecture, while learning about the dynasties that ruled China with an iron fist. So are you ready to experience the natural wonders of China? Number 3. Victoria Harbor. The world's third largest seaport, Victoria Harbor, is beyond a hub of activity. It encapsulates the organized chaos of Hong Kong, where much is occurring, but nothing misses a beat. The natural harbor sprawls out into the distance. Tanker ships come and go with the speed of little fishing boats, jetting out from tiny villages. As much as you want to sit still, you never can. That's because there's always a better view to be had. Come nightfall, you'll become captivated and inspired by the smorgasbord of lights taking up the skyline. Hong Kong never sleeps, and its array of skyscrapers become as vibrant as the galaxies above. For the best views, stay on the Kowloon side and look across the harbor. You'll then be able to experience the Avenue of Stars. Number 2. Potala Palace. The Potala Palace is a domed fortress in Lhasa, capital of the Tibet Autonomous Region in China. It was the winter palace of the Dalai Lamas from 1649 to 1959, has been a museum since then, and a World Heritage Site since 1994. The palace is named after Mount Potalaka, the mythical abode of the Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara. The building measures 400 meters east-west and 350 meters north-south, with sloping stone walls averaging 3 meters thick and 5 meters thick at the base, and with copper poured into the foundations to help proof it against earthquakes. 13 stories of buildings, containing over 1,000 rooms, 10,000 shrines, and about 200,000 statues, soar 117 meters on top of Marpo Ri, the Red Hill, rising more than 300 meters in total above the valley floor. The palace is a must-visit destination for those who want to experience the history, culture, and natural beauty of China. Number 1. Great Wall of China. Have you ever wondered what it's like to walk on the Great Wall of China? The Great Wall of China is a series of fortifications that were built across the historical northern borders of ancient Chinese states and Imperial China as protection against various nomadic groups from the Eurasian steppe. The wall runs from east to west, passing through a genuinely inspiring and complex array of landscapes. If one walked the length of it, they would know the country like few others. However, there aren't many of us with the time to do such a thing. Some of the best places to see the wall are in Ningxia and Gansu. Both places showcase some of its best preserved sections. Travelers wanting to stay close to Beijing can visit the popular Battling Pass section, which is one of the most visited sections of the wall. The wall is a must-visit destination for those who want to experience the history, culture, and natural beauty of China. After knowing this, are you ready to take a trip through time in China? The best time to visit China would be during the spring and autumn season. In this phase of the year, the climatic condition of China remains warm and dry. You can evade the bitter cold winters and hot, humid summers during your visit. Taking part in outdoor activities and sightseeing are just a bliss because of the favorable climate. That's all for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. Which of these places did you find the most impressive one? Let us know in the comments below. Remember to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.